Man. Kyrie Irving goes down with a big knee injury for the Dallas Cowboys, to the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Mavericks. And you got SGA going crazy again with another 50 ball. Plus, the Atlanta Hawks had a nice little game winner. It's your boy, Big Kev. We're going to get into all of tonight's NBA action right after the intro.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
All right. What's up, basketball fans? Welcome to another episode of NBA Central. It's your boy, Big Kev, back in the building after a long hiatus. Not even going to get into it, but hey, it is what it is. I'm back, baby. Good to see you guys rocking with the game. Don't forget to go ahead, follow, like, and share and comment. And we're going to get right into the content tonight. We're going to start with Kyrie Irving going down with a right knee injury early in the game versus the Sacramento Kings, a game in which the Kings dominated, won the game 122-98, led by as many as 35 points. And I don't know if there's a more unlucky team than the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA right now. I mean, I guess you could say the Philadelphia 76ers, but trading for AD and then losing him in game one. Now you're losing Kyrie Irving for who knows how long. It's going to be rough to watch the Dallas Mavericks without Kyrie Irving, who have been playing some really good basketball. So he has a knee injury, man, and it's just frustrating to see it. I like Kyrie. He's been playing very spirited basketball at a high all-star level, and to see him go down tonight and have to be carried out. Um, what up, boy? What up? What's up, Lloyd Dingle? I see you, my guy. But yeah, and you funny. He's talking about a buddy from the Boys to Me, and that's hilarious. But yeah, man, to see Kyrie go down and have to be helped off the court and carried out in the stretcher, man, it was just sad to see because I just wanted to see how he was going to look for the rest of the season. And it's going to be rough for Dallas now. They're hanging on to that to the number 10 spot in the Western Conference, but on their tails is Phoenix and Portland. Even San Antonio got something to say in the West about trying to get that last play-in spot. And all of those teams, I mean, especially Phoenix. Phoenix is 2-8 in their last 10 games. I mean, don't get me started on Phoenix. Who I think Portland could surprise some people and make that play-in spot, especially if you see Kyrie out for any length of time. But big win for the Sacramento Kings, though. Let's not take anything away from them. They went out there and did what they were supposed to do with no Kyrie. They've been playing spirited basketball with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, two former Chicago Bulls, leading the way. Zach LaVine with 22 points, DeMar DeRozan with 20 points himself. Big game from these guys, man. They're on a 4-game winning streak. You had Keegan Murray with 29 points to lead all scorers. No, he had 29 plus 29. He had 18 points, and then you had 14 for Valanciunas, which was a big pickup for them to go along with 9 rebounds, and Malik Monk with 13 points for those guys. The bench came in and did all right. Now, obviously, the bench for for Dallas put up big numbers because they didn't have anybody else. Kai Jones with 21, 10 for Max Christie off the bench, Najee Marshall with 18 off the bench, Spencer Dinwiddie with 10 off the bench, and again, Klay Thompson. When it's time for him to step up, man, like the starters just in general, bro, like 3 points for Klay Thompson, 6 for Kessler Edwards, 2 for Dwight Powell, 5 for Dante Exum. I mean, Kyrie went down, but that didn't mean that all the starters needed to just stop playing themselves. They didn't show anything. They didn't have any fight after Kyrie went down, and that led to a L for them tonight. So let us know in the comments how y'all feeling about Kyrie Irving's injury and what that could mean for the Dallas Mavericks. Does that mean that they're going to, especially if he's out for the next 2 or 3 weeks, which is basically the rest of the season? I don't know if they make the play-in with him being out. All right, so Portland took care of business versus Philly today. Philly is just, I mean, like, I don't even know what to say about Philly no more, bro. Like, I really don't. They started the game off pretty strong. In the first half, they held the lead. Andre Drummond was out there doing his thing. We know he's capable of, a former Chicago Bull. They actually held the lead at halftime. And then they came into the third quarter and got outscored by 15 to the Portland Trailblazers. And then they got outscored by another 7 points in the fourth quarter to lose 119 to 102. The biggest lead for Portland was 18 on a game that Philly had a 12-point lead. So, like, it's just I just don't know what to say about Philly anymore, man, because it's not like Paul George and Tyrese Maxey aren't out there. Like, you should be able to get some wins even without Joel Embiid with Paul George and Tyrese Maxey. Now, Quentin Grimes went crazy the other day against against Golden State, but he came back down to earth tonight with 14 points on 6 for 15 for the field. But Tyrese Maxey was 2 for 13, 1 for 7 for 3 with 5 points. And I thought he was an all-star snub. But you got Lonnie Walker coming from overseas and outplaying Tyrese Maxey with 13 points himself off the bench. And I don't even know what's going on. Paul George didn't even play, so he got an injury. Now they did miss Kelly Oubre Jr. He's one of those guys that can give you points. Andre Drummond, 11 for 19 from the field with 18 rebounds and 25 points. That dude is a stud whenever he gets out there and he's focused. We loved him on the Chicago Bulls when they finally started playing him. But at the end of the day, man, the doggone 76ers they're a mess. Over on the other side, Anthony Simons is growing up right before our eyes with 34 points tonight. And then you got Shaedon Sharpe. After he caught that body the other day, he's still been taking care of business. He started tonight. He had 20 points and 11 rebounds. So these guys, look out for the Portland Trailblazers. Chauncey Billups got these boys balling. So let us know what y'all think in the comments, how y'all feeling about the Portland Trailblazers. Can they make a push for that final play-in spot now that Dallas might find themselves in a free fall minus Kyrie Irving? The Golden State Warriors and the Charlotte Hornets went at it. Golden State 119 to 101 victory over the Charlotte Hornets. And you had a stretch where Draymond Green, where you had Lonzo Ball hit a three. Draymond Green got a flagrant foul while the ball was in the air because he neck respected somebody. And then he got a technical as well on top of that. So Charlotte ended up getting 7 points out of that one possession because of Draymond Green. It was a crazy sequence, but Golden State still took care of business. Steph Curry didn't go off like he did the other night, or 2 nights in a row, honestly, last week. But he did have a double-double with 21 and 10. And then you had Draymond Green with a double-double with 16 and 12, which is big for him. Then you had Jimmy Butler go out there and do Jimmy Butler things, 13 points, 4 assists. And then you had 19 from Braden Podziemski. Then off the bench, Gary Payton II gave you 22 for them. For overall on Charlotte, it's basically the Miles Bridges and LaMelo Ball show. You had 35 points and 9 rebounds from Miles Bridges. He's a stud. And then 25 points and 9 rebounds and 7 assists from LaMelo Ball. And I don't think I've seen another player put up the one-legged three as often as I see LaMelo Ball. He's so fun to watch. People thought he was an all-star snub, but I don't think so, man. They don't have enough wins for him to be considered an all-star snub. Miami took care of business versus Washington. Washington's just no good, 106 to 90. But one of the games of the night, man, Oklahoma City and Houston. That's a big matchup right there. Oklahoma City basically trying to get to 50 wins tonight. SGA helped them do that by dropping another 50 ball on their heads. And it's crazy to see a player like SGA just do the things that he does on the court. He plays at his own pace at all times. At all times. Like there's no speeding him up. There's no slowing him down. He just does what he needs to do, and he does it at a high level. Oklahoma City with their biggest lead of 18 tonight on a really good Houston Rockets team. Now, Houston, typically known for their defense, didn't really do well tonight. Gave up 137 points to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Man, the Thunder are a fun team to watch, and they got very, very high expectations for themselves. And the rest of the world is watching them to see if they can honestly go out there and win a championship. Listen to this. SGA was shot 60% from the field, 18 for 30 from the field, 5 for 9 from 3, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, 7 assists, and then you had a steal and a block to go along with 51 points. Like, that is insane efficiency from this kid. Like, this dude is just something else. And then you had Jalen Williams go out there and just give you a ho-hum 24 points, 1 block, 3 assist night. Chet Holmgren is working his way back from injury, but he still had a double-double with 11 and 11. And they got the Twin Tower approach with Isaiah Hartenstein. He had 8 points and 5 rebounds. So, like, these guys are playing really, really good basketball. Off the bench, Jalen Williams had 14. And these guys hit tough shots. They hit tough shot after tough shot, contested three after contested three all night. But this boy, SGA, is just like, he got the MVP sold up. I'm not trying to hear nothing about nobody else. Even with the way Nikola Jokic is averaging a triple-double, is SGA's MVP. Cam Whitmore, though, 27 points for him. You had Reed Shepherd, rookie, 25 points for him. Jalen Green with 18 points, 14 points for Aaron Holiday, a few big threes in the game. And, Houston the game was closer than the final score, is 128 to 137. But Houston fought all the way back. They were down with about 4 points late, and then Lou Dort hit a big three to basically put the dagger on these guys. So it was a good game, though. I like what I'm seeing from Houston, man. I really do, but OKC just has way too much firepower. The Atlanta versus Memphis game, this one was a good one. Back and forth affair all night. Atlanta comes out with the win, 132 to 130, mainly because Memphis had a chance to go down and get the win, and you got a turnover. Desmond Bane had a turnover because we all know that what's his name is out. John Morant was out. Desmond Bane had a turnover that led to Karis LeVert just going down, hitting him with the Euro step and getting the layup at the buzzer to win the game. 25 points for Karis LeVert, who's looking quite at home coming off the bench for the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young only had 12 points, but he did have 15 assists. And then you have Zachary, number 1 overall pick, Zachary Rissacher with 27 points and 4 steals. Honestly, the best game I've seen him play all season, to be frank. So solid effort from him tonight. Big game, big win for the Atlanta Hawks, who are basically perennial playing team every year anyway. And on the other side, you had Desmond Bane with 35 points. Jaren Jackson Jr., I guess he got hurt. He only played a minute and 39 seconds. I didn't watch the whole game. I did catch the highlights, but he played a minute and 39 seconds. So I guess he got hurt. Let me go check and see what happened to because he killed the other night against San Antonio. No, that's not. Let me see. Some of them, they might want to sit him. What happened? Oh yeah, he got hurt. So we'll see. We'll keep up with what's going on with him and update you guys tomorrow morning on what's going on with Jaren Jackson Jr. What's the word, Rob? He said, "What's up, fellas? Kyrie, his leg looked like THT's leg that one game. Yeah, man, it was bad." And Lloyd Nichols said, the base nigga from Boys to Men. What's up, brother, man? That's funny, man. Baby, I knew about it. I just didn't care. But yeah, man, Jaren Jackson Jr. got hurt. The Atlanta Hawks come out with the buzzer beater win. Solid game from them, solid effort. Another game tonight, I think this is the last one, was Detroit just dominating Utah. Like, just killed them 134 to 106. There's no better story than the Detroit Pistons right now. Frankly, they're just a really good basketball team. Everything's coming together for them at the right time. They picked up the right type of veterans as well to add to this team, in Tim Hardaway Jr., as well as Malik Beasley. Those guys have come in and helped stabilize this team. Sure Thompson is coming into his own. Both of the Thompson twins are playing well for their teams respectively. And Kay Cunningham, he's turned into a true all-star. He was only 1 for 8 from 3 tonight, but he still gave you 29 points and 9 assists and 4 steals tonight, and they just dominated. It is what it is. All right, so it was 7 games tonight. Tomorrow, you got quite a few, just a couple of games. Houston versus Indiana, Toronto versus Orlando, Milwaukee versus Atlanta, Golden State versus the Knicks, which should be a fun game to watch over on TNT. The Bulls versus Cleveland. I don't think my Bulls can get this win, but they are at home, and they don't play well at home. Minnesota and Philly, Brooklyn and San Antonio, and then the Clippers and Phoenix, and the Pelicans and the Lakers. Those are the late games tomorrow night. Real quick look at the standings. You got 2 50-win teams now. The Cleveland Cavaliers are at 50-10, number 1 in the East, running away with it on another 10-game winning streak for these guys. They play offense and defense with a plus minus of 11.5. They just crazy. They're plus 11.5 on the season. Boston right behind them at 43-18. The Knicks at 40-20. And then Milwaukee 34-25. Indiana at 34-25 as well. And the Pistons at 35-27. There you have it, a half a game separating teams 4, 5, and 6. And then, of course, we can finally start talking about the play-in as the season is coming close to an end. Miami's still in the 7th spot, Orlando in the 8th spot, Atlanta in the 9th spot. So that Southwest Division is all right there. And the Bulls hanging on to that 10th spot at 24-37 because basically Brooklyn, Philly, Toronto, Charlotte, and Washington all want the number 1 pick. Out west, you got Oklahoma City with 50-11, and they do the same thing. They have their plus 12.6. They're dominating teams. They're on a 4-game winning streak. The Lakers, though, even though they're really, really far behind in the win-loss column as far as the first place, they're in second place. They're on a 6-game winning streak, 38-21, and that's no surprise to anybody. Picking up a player like Luka Doncic will motivate any team to start playing better. The Denver Nuggets are in 3rd place out west at 39-22. Memphis right behind them at 38-23. Houston at 37-24. Although they've been playing a little bit bad lately, they can turn it around. Or they play good defense. And then Golden State at 33-28 in that 6th spot. 7, 8, 9, 10 go to the Clippers, Kings, Minnesota, and Dallas. And we already know it's only 1 game separating. I mean, honestly, 32-28. The Clippers and Sacramento have the same record, and Minnesota has the same record by virtually the same record. They're all 17.5 games out of first place, and Dallas at 18.5 games out of first place, 32-20, but 32-30. But Dallas might lose Kyrie for the next few weeks. That's going to be bad. So Phoenix can maybe turn it around, but I think Portland is going to be the team that's to look at, to watch, to try to get that last 10 spot out of the Western Conference. What's happening? The Sun Deep, I see you, man. Najee Marshall masterclass incoming. Toronto gaining on the Bulls, 1 in 3 games in the next 9 days. Drummond had 25 and 18 tonight in 28 minutes. That's crazy. Unfortunately, Philly lost, but Portland sneaking into the playoffs via playing somehow would be great. Great for Bulls fans. Yeah, I think Portland can sneak into that last number 10 spot. All right, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me tonight on NBA Central After Hours. I will be back tomorrow, man. I'm trying to get my schedule in play for the rest of the season so I can be here more consistently. Y'all already know I do the baseball channel on Chicago Sports Central, Chi-Town Sports Central, Chicago White Sox Central over there. And I do Chi-Town Sports Central as well with Steve-O Speaks. But y'all already know, type in your favorite Chicago sports team, put the word Central behind it, and you find one of the guys. And then we got this, and as well as brand new NFL Central and the Shy Boys podcast with C-Dub and Bobby. These guys will be live tomorrow night for the Bulls versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. So don't forget to like, follow, and share. It's your boy, Big Kev, man. We're going to holler at you guys next time. Peace.